Initiated. Launch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
All right, cut the music, cut the music, cut the music. Lex, my main man over here, he's got some words for y'all, so I'm going to give it to Lex. Go ahead, buddy.
That's right, Mr. Bannock. I have some words here of encouragement for all you guys here this morning in the OEW. So here we go. Let's start the day fresh, positive, and it's going to be simple, guys. Love yourself and the world will love you. Kindness can transform someone's dark moment with a blaze of light. You'll never know how much your caring matters. Make a difference for another today. And that's what I'm doing here right now. Mr. Bannock, I am trying to make a difference for you. And so far, I have paved the way for you. We got rid of Stone. We took care of that situation. And now we are ready to take you to the next level. Go ahead, Mr. Bannock.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me. But before we do that, it seems somebody wants to live in the past. I mean, come on. We all got past, right? You, me, everybody's got a past. And now all of a sudden I have to repent for my sins. Well, my sins will be judged at that final day. But there's a guy over here calling himself Gideon, saying that he is going to cleanse me. He is going to make me pay retribution for what I've done in the past. Well, you know what there, Gideon? You want to make me pay? Why don't you put your money where your mouth is? Why don't you put your belt where your mouth is? Why don't you put that Diamond Sands Championship on the line against me and let you make me repent, for lack of better words. You know, doesn't that sound good, Lex? I mean, we can take that Diamond Sands Championship and make it the positive future, the positive light leading the OEW into the future.
Absolutely. I think you would make a heck of a positive Diamond Sands champion. Absolutely.
I mean, just the positivity, you know, just to brighten up this place. Yes, I mean, look at we got to just brighten this place up. I mean, everything's so dark around here. All right. But anyhow, so Gideon, here's the deal, Gideon. All right. Put your belt on line next week. You want me to pay? Let's do it. One-on-one, settle in the ring like men. All right. This way you can pound the living evil out of me, supposedly. But yeah, anyhow, what do you say, Lex? Let's go get some repair floats. What do you say? You and me.
Let's do it. Let's go. See you later, everybody.
We'll see y'all next week. I mean, we got work to do here, buddy. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Oh my goodness gracious.
Welcoming you all to OEW Ascension. Bannock Ogg issuing the challenge to Gideon Ozil. I think he wants a Diamond Sands championship match. You heard last week as we ended the show last broadcast that the Diamond Sands champion Gideon Ozil wants to purify. He wants to cleanse the soul of Bannock Ogg. Will he do that? Will he answer the challenge? And guess what, guys? We are 1 week away from our first Super Show of 2024. My Games is 1 week today at the earliest start time of 9 a.m. SLT. You want to be here for that because I have a feeling we're going to find out what's going to happen next week. It is the road to immortality. It begins at My Games, and let me tell you guys, immortality is yes, OEW's granddaddy of them all. Think WrestleMania? Well, think immortality. Wow, look who we've got out here. Look who's joining me at the broadcast commentary booth. It is the one, BK Tigerface. Yes, the nemesis of my usual broadcast commentator, the scumbag superstar Paul Slater. BK, thank you for joining me. How are you, Robert Hempstead?
Thank you very much, man. It's getting a little excited, aren't you? I mean...
Well, I was going to do...
Go ahead.
I was going to do the Joey Styles routine thing here, but I'm glad to have you out here with me. I've got a lot of questions I'm going to ask you. I hope you know that.
Okay, well, I mean, you can go ahead and feel free. And yes, I see you over there, Rain. Who are you? You ask who let me out? Don't you have some kind of pickle Pauline to go protect? Because I know for a fact he's not here today, which I will address later on. And I know there's a lot of questions out there. I know what he did 2 weeks ago. I know what's going on. Everybody wants an answer from me. I know we got, Mind Games coming up next week, but I promise you before the end of the show, everybody is going to have their answer.
Indeed, BK. So many Mind Games going on 1 week away from our awesome first Super Show of 2024. And yeah, you do have a lot of questions to answer, and I'm going to be asking them during this broadcast. But right now, I think we're ready for our first contest of the evening. Welcome to Ascension. And of course, as always, we are broadcasting on YouTube. Like us for sure. And this first contest is scheduled for 1 fall. From Okinawa, Japan, here is the bloodbound Hiroto Tatsu. BK, let me ask you, have you seen Hiroto in action before?
I most certainly have, and this is, it's one of those things that when you are a wrestler, you like to say that there's not many things or many people that intimidate you, and I was actually standing backstage knowing that I was going to be coming out here, and he snuck up behind me, and it was like there was a total eclipse of the sun. I could not see anything. Yes, Chrissy, you're absolutely right. It is Burger King, which means I have special sauce and you can have it your way.
Hey, are they calling you Burger King, BK? That's a bit of a cheap shot, don't you think?
No, it's perfectly fine. I mean, ever since the whole, Burger King got the whole commercial, it's not something that, it's something I'm used to, this and that, people just need to know that, yes, BK is home of the Whopper.
Well, one thing I've noticed about you, BK, already is you're a little bit less stressed than Paul usually is. You're a little bit, as you say in Mexico, tranquilo.
Yeah, well, Paul, I don't know, Paul being from Philly, and the fact that, they stay stressed out. I mean, come on, look what his Eagles just did. They choke harder than a deep throat does on a good cock. and they're totally, not even going, they were the team of the century, to all this. And then, of course, he's got that shitty team that he likes to root for, the Philadelphia Phillies, so I can understand why they're always stressed up there.
Oh, look who it is, BK. Look who it is.
Vinny. I don't feel sorry for many people when they get in the ring, but yeah.
Will you cut me some slack and give me a break here?
Yeah, I have to. I'm sorry, I got to agree with Bill there. Wow, this guy.
Okay, I'm gonna try to introduce the next opponent here. Okay, making his way to the ring at 6 foot and at 200 pounds from Mulberry Street in the Brooklyn. Here is Vinny Boombats.
Oh my lord, hey you, hey who's this clown, huh? What is that, the Japanese circus come to town, huh? Look at this guy. Hey you, Hiroto, Katsui, Ketchup Sui, come over here. I want to say something to you. Oh, look at you, my lord. What do you suppose? Come on, brother. Halloween is over. I mean, come on. What is this? You speak English, huh? You say egg roll, huh? How about pork fried rice? No? I like the pork fried rice. Vinny likes the pork fried. I don't mind the pork fried rice, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, and kicked to the midsection. Vinny's taken down. Vinny BK. I'm sorry. I'm doing kind of.
I know, but it's one of those
trying to
things.
restrain myself.
Yeah, but it's one of those things that doesn't Vinny realize that when you step into a wrestling ring, you always have to be aware of your surroundings, and you don't go talking shit to somebody the size of a roto.
I think you might be right, BK. We might get through this broadcast laughing here.
Oh! Jesus!
Did I? Always taking Vinny out quicker. 1, 2, 3, it's over! Vinny doesn't get his victory that he wanted, BK.
What just happened? I blinked. Wow. Dude must be related to Paul, less than 32nd man. Jesus.
Well, you're taking a cheap shot, Paul. I'm gonna have a question for you later about Paul. If I can get past his back as well.
Oh, my lord.
Why?
What did I say?
What's going on here, BK?
Wow.
Wow. Vinny. So here is your winner. I'm gonna try and compose myself here, BK. Here is your winner, the bloodbound Hiroto by pinfall.
I mean, congratulations to Hiroto, but can you really call that a match? I think the only thing Hiroto broke was wind on that one, because I know he wasn't sweating when he walked by.
I think it was a clear wipeout, BK, if ever there was one, and that was really, I think that was quite not very gratifying for Vinny Boombats. Would you agree?
Yeah, wow.
Okay, our next match is about to get underway. Here we go, BK. And this next contest is scheduled for 1 fall. About to make her way down the aisle. Starting at 5'4" and at 143 pounds from Anaheim, California. Here is Alexia Cormino. And BK, last time we saw Alexia was in a women's title match in the main event several weeks ago against Kieran Winters, and she came pretty close to potentially becoming the new women's world champion here in OEW.
Yeah, I honestly do remember that. Now, people, it's really funny because, well, hold on, I'll get back to that in just a minute.
And her opponent, about to make her way to the ring at 5'9", 212 pounds from Fort Worth, Texas. She is the unleashed alpha predator. Here is a volcano.
Does anybody have their cell phones with them? Because they're going to have to get in touch with an emergency dentist because Alexia is going to be putting them in a new tax bracket. Look at the size difference in this.
Massive size and weight advantage.
We're talking, Gideon, Tank, Bannock taking on Bill right now. That's the kind of size difference. This is, oh my God.
Absolutely, BK. And this is, obviously, Alexia, the high flyer, and Volcano, the powerhouse. This is going to be a contrast between two evolutionary forces in this match here in Ascension.
Well, Jesus Christ, as big as Volcano is, the only thing that Alexia can use to do any high flying is the freaking arena.
I know, and that's all right.
And Volcano just comes right out and just, look at this, just comes right out, two quick punches and a chop, and Alexia's looking up at the lights.
He knocked Alexia right to the ground there with those fury punches and a
Just
chop
wow.
there, BK.
This
is going to be an interesting match to say the least. Oh, and she's kicking her like
now
there's
she's
no
just
tomorrow.
she's just toying with her. Alexia can't even get up.
That BK I entirely agree with. And I think Alexia Camino is in a whole lot of trouble right now, BK.
And I understand. I know how the story ended. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a religious person, but I know the story about David and Goliath. But I'm sorry, I don't think that story's going to repeat itself in this one because Volcano is just going to woman handle Alexia. Oh, okay, maybe I was wrong.
You might be right, but look, David is coming back at Goliath right there, as you insinuated. Look at David, Alexia Camino, who she knocked a Volcano to the ground, surprisingly. Here we go, a turn of events here, huh?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm all for the underdog. I mean, anybody's been watching the NFL, they know what's going on, and, kind of in a way, I'm rooting for the underdog next week in Paul, even though we know he's not going to win if I accept the match. I haven't really decided yet.
And an elbow chop by Alexia Camino, and you're absolutely right, next week, of course, it's Super Bowl Sunday. Happens to be the same day of OEW Mind Games. So listen, guys, next Sunday, OEW Mind Games, then the Super Bowl Sunday. You can't forget it. It's gonna be awesome. Don't you think, BK? Oh yeah.
Think about this match right here, right now. I mean, sitting here looking at Alexia, she's actually getting the upper hand, and she's doing what she can do. She's using her speed to her advantage, but I just hope that she remembers to stay out of the reach of Volcano, because once she gets her hands or her arms around her, it's done.
Yes, surprisingly so, BK. Absolutely right. I'm surprised that Alexia has taken the early momentum in this match. And Volcano is in clear and present danger in this encounter right here on Ascension.
Alexia definitely doing, she's definitely doing the right thing, and she's staying on the larger opponent, not giving her a chance, staying out of her wheelhouse and staying close enough so where she can get her fast punches in. But I just hope Alexia doesn't tire herself out and give Volcano the chance to catch her breath and recuperate, because if it is, she's going to have a lot of trouble.
Exactly. She really needs to contain the Volcano. Doing it satisfyingly so in this match thus far, BK.
Like I said, I'm not going to lie to you. When this first came out, I was not expecting Alexia to be able to put up this kind of fight. But then again, you did mention that just a few weeks ago, she went up against Karen and almost become, the champion then. So apparently she learned something, and she's putting it to use right here. So we may get a big upset.
Don't forget, last week, right here, on this very broadcast, right here on Ascension, Volcano became a hardcore champion. She attacked Alex Camino, the reigning hardcore champion, but was subsequently defeated by Parker, the Retro, Parker the One, and then, of course, we all know Alex Camino regained his title. Hardcore title, 24/7 rules. What do you think about that, BK?
Actually, I think it's actually kind of fun. I think it's one of the greatest things that's come along in SL is doing something like that, because yes, everybody remembers, back in the day when with the WWE and what they did. I think it's great that we're bringing it in here, because if you think about it, stuff that we do can't really be predictable because you can actually land on a sim with somebody and not even know that they're there until too late, and Alex Camino could end up losing his title over at a club right now.
Indeed.
I
And as
think
you
it's
can
one of the greatest
see,
things.
absolutely. And as you can see, Alexia Camino really taking the Volcano with a series of strikes right now. But yeah, you're going back to 1998, circa 1998, with a hardcore title. Oh, look at that drop kick. Volcano taking down there, BK. Wow, Alexia Camino. I'm really surprised of the offense. Oh, going for a quick pin. One. Oh, and a kick out.
Well, you know, it's just like you've heard, you know, just like we've all said before, you know, those of us been on the comms table here in SL, and you know, we've heard it on TV before. It doesn't matter how tall you are on the mat, you're all the same size, and that's exactly what Alexia is doing. She is keeping her bigger opponent down on the ground where she can't use that size and that strength to her advantage.
Absolutely right. Like the late Brian Pimble once said, it's not the size of the dog that matters, it's the size of the fight in the dog that matters, don't you think, BK?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that. And yes,
And
Chrissy.
spear! Did you see that spear, BK?
Yeah,
wow.
that's exactly what I was talking about just a second ago. She just that moment of hesitation, I was afraid of it, and now Volcano has, you know, basically cleared the cobwebs, and oh!
Oh, devastating lariats there, BK. Let me tell you, let me tell you, I've seen Volcano week in, week out in 2024. Back in January, she's been on every Ascension, and you know what? Every week in, week out, she shows what a devastating brutality she can deliver to her opponent.
Absolutely, and you know, security over here, Rain says something about having paramedics on standby. After that clothesline, she may need it because, like I said, Alexia's Dennis is about to go into a whole new tax bracket. Oh, nice suplex.
Oh, shades of the British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith standing suplex. She held her mid-high in the air for quite a length there. Did you see that? Wow, that was stunning.
Absolutely. And we got it covered.
The cover. One. Oh,
wow, okay.
Count.
Alexia's got a lot of fight left. You got a lot of fight left in her.
I think so, BK. I thought I was going to go to a 2 count, but you know what? She is showing a great element of resiliency in this match thus far, BK.
100. Oh, and she's fighting back. Catches.
Oh, wow. Yes. You're right. She's making a comeback here. She's not standing down for the big bravado of the Magma that
just kicked Volcano right in the face.
Yeah, that won't leave her looking pretty for sure, BK.
Absolutely, and now she's going after those legs, trying to chop that big tree down.
She certainly is. Wow. Here we go. What a monster match this is on Ascension. I'm loving this. A battle of speed and agility against power, BK.
Yeah, but like I said, I just hope that like I said earlier, I hope Alexia doesn't, you know, tire herself out with all these speed moves, and I understand why she's doing it, because in all honesty, the longer this match goes, the more in favor of Volcano it is, because, you know, throw it out of the way.
Yeah. Let's hope Alexia's been working on cardio for this match, because she's gonna really need it. Look at
She
Volcano.
got me set up.
Oh no! Oh, the magmatic burial. You might know it's a pedigree, but that was a finisher if you've ever seen one.
That was a pedigree on steroids.
Oh yeah, Paul Levesque, aka Triple H. Crowd out. 1, 2, 3. It's over, Paul BK. I never called you Paul there. Sorry.
Did you seriously just call me Paul?
I nearly did. I apologize.
I will reach over and jack slap the fish and chips out of your mouth, because I know you're in the UK.
Well, I'm used to working.
Oh my God! I used to like you. I used to like you.
I still love you, by the way. I know he's the winner by pinfall. Volcano. Yes, Paul. BK, sorry, I'm used to Paul being out here with me on a weekly basis, so you'll have to forgive me if I confuse you both. But of course, I know you are his biggest nemesis. And let me ask you, okay, maybe it's
Wait a minute, why is Kieran out here?
What's going on? Kieran Winter is here, the world champion, the women's world champion of OEW, has come out to ringside. Let's see what she's doing. What's she doing, BK?
Knowing Karen, she is definitely not backing down from Volcano.
I think so. But as we know, she seemingly is being influenced by her.
Okay.
Just
hold
gonna
on.
talk to Volcano for a quick sec. Well, Volcano, I don't know if it's your lucky day or if it's mine. See, my psychologist, Dr. James Rose, he suggested I find the biggest, strongest woman in OEW and challenge her to a title match. And that's you, isn't it? I mean, look at what you just did to Alexia. Look at what you accomplished last week, winning the hardcore title for a hot minute. Look at what you do every time you are in the ring. And, as an added little bit of intrigue, you are still the only woman in OEW to put my shoulders to the mat for a 3 count. No one else, just you. Add all that up, and you are the logical choice, the intelligent choice, the meaningful choice. So here I am, straight up, offering you what you've wanted all along. A shot at the OEW Women's Championship next week at Mind Games.
Alrighty then.
Can you believe that, BK? A title challenge defense has been issued.
Wow. Told you Karen wasn't going to back down.
That's gonna be something.
Oh, wait a minute. Volcano, come over and grab the mic.
Here we go.
The fact I could pin you to the mat for a 3 count was because you were not on the top of your game at the time. You had been beaten up by a dishonorable chica who wanted to cause hell for you. But look at you now. You are alert enough to come out here and acknowledge my accomplishments. I will accept the title shot because it is about time that I get a chance to face the OEW's alpha prey. And no worries, I will beat you again. But this time in a way that leaves no doubts about me being one of the great ones.
Wow. Can you believe that? Volcano issuing the challenge for the Women's Championship match. Did you hear that, BK?
I most certainly did. Well, at least we know there's one title match next week.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be more. You can believe it in my games. I think it's going to be... Oh, wow. Can you imagine Volcano versus Kieran Winters for the Women's Championship match? I mean, my God. That would be simply off the page. Volcano has actually been very, very successful week in, week out here on Ascension, BK, and it was a polar. Excuse me. I'm used to full sled. What can I say?
Wait a minute. Whoa, look right here. Look who's coming out.
Tell me.
We have the BCW Women's Champion Emma Gray here at Ascension right now.
Oh, wow. What's going on here?
Well, consider the fact I've seen as much as you have when you watch the time.
Here we go. I'm not going.
Oh, I'm sorry. She corrected me. I didn't realize.
Yeah. She'll be quick to do so, I can assure you.
Oh yeah, I've known Emma for a hot minute. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Emma, oi Volcano, did you really think that I was just gonna let it slide? What you did to me after BCW's Great Aussie Bash? Tonight, I figured we'd handle this like adults, with nobody jumping the barricade or anything like that, or attacking anybody from behind. I told you we'd settle this, and trust me, we will.
Wow. And she was hospitalized at that event, BK.
Yes, I'm very aware. Wait a minute. Hold on. Now Emma's turned her attention to Karen after Emma says, "Now that brings me to you, Karen. I haven't had the opportunity to properly introduce myself. I am Emma Gray, one of the top female wrestlers in SL Wrestling today, and you might have seen me challenge Volcano here a few weeks ago while I was still the BCW's Women's Champion. And yes, I may have lost my title fair and square, but since Volcano decided to jump me backstage after I lost my title, then if she's getting a title match, then I want to kick Volcano's ass, then how about we make it interesting and you defend that title against both of us?"
Thank you for conveying that, BK.
Emma says again, "If you want to really challenge yourself as a champion against one of the biggest wrestlers on the OEW roster as well as a multi-time champion like myself, how about it?"
Emma Gray.
Emma, she just came out and laid the gauntlet down. She's like, here, let's see what kind of fight. Let's see if you're really a fighting champion.
I think so, BK.
Wow.
Chica, you came out here to get back at me for what I did to you. And you want to jump into the fray and give Karen a bigger challenge and also give me a challenge? Fine then. In the words of Chris Jericho, you just made the list. Oh, the menu has the OEW Alpha Prey and the DCW Alpha Prey on it. I'm eating well at mind games. Hey, Sharon. If you want to prove you are the champion you are claimed to be, then having two opponents will prove without a doubt that you are an elite. For me, it will be the icing on the cake to break them in front of everyone.
And Emma shoots back with a reply that says, "You've beaten a lot of people, but you haven't beaten me, Volcano."
Oh, so lots of mind games going on here.
Okay. Sure. You know what? Yes. You both made some excellent points. This isn't exactly what I came out here looking for, but yeah, this is much better. Emma Gray versus Volcano versus the beautiful genius for the title next week at OEW Mind Games. I'll see you both then, ladies, but don't go ordering new trophy cases just yet, okay? Next week is far more likely to end in disappointment than either of you suppose. Just remember, I told you so.
Did you just hear that, BK? We have a triple threat Women's Championship. OEW Women's Championship on the line. Emma Gray and Volcano take on Kieran Winters at My Games 1 week today, BK.
I commend Karen for stepping up, but I wonder if she really realizes that going into that kind of match, the odds are stacked against her.
I think so too, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna be a three-way match. That title is on the line, and who knows who's gonna grab it. That's gonna be a sensational Women's Championship match at My Games at the early time of 9 a.m. SLT next Sunday. You won't forget because it's also Super Bowl Sunday. Thank you, Paul. All right, OEW fans, I'm dancing backstage here. I want to talk about something that happened 2 weeks ago down in Australia at the Great Aussie Bash. As many of you will recall and will have seen on YouTube, the Omen went one-on-one with the Anarchy in the main event. It was an epic match. However, the BCW guys interfered, and of course, you know the rest. The OEW entourage that was there jumped to the rail, and it was chaos all over the arena. Now, there are so many questions that you guys are asking, so I want to get to the bottom of this. So this time, if I can ask my guest this week to join me, the Omen, please join me so I can ask you a few questions about this developing situation here in the crazy wrestling world. Omen, thank you so much for joining me, and I want to cast your mind back to that event. I was there in person. Of course, you were jumped. You did the reckoning on Anarchy. It was almost over. It was nearly finished. You nearly had it in the bag. But of course, you unleashed. They stuck their noses in your business. I want to ask you, Orman, is this over between you and Anarchy?
What do you think, Danza? I hit Anarchy with my finishing move. She was down. In fact, the entire time the Unleashed was there, where was she? On the ground. She never came back. They had to carry her off the... So yeah, this is not finished yet. I go over there to receive a gift, and she has to poke her nose where business does not belong. Now, of course, if it's about family, she has to have it. So she got what she deserved, and believe me, this is not over by a long shot.
Yes, Orman. Of course, it is very personal. It is a family affair between you guys. Very, very personal indeed. But let me ask you, Orman, because this is on the lips of all the wrestling fans all around the world. They want to know. Let me ask you, is OEW at war with BCW?
I could care less if OEW is at war with BCW. I am at war with BCW, and that's all that matters. If OEW wants to come fight, I'll welcome it. If they want to stand by and watch it from the sidelines, they're more than welcome to. But this fight, to begin with, is mine.
Indeed it is, and it was yours that night at the Great Aussie Bash. And of course, I was proud to be alongside the other entourage of OEW to come to your help when you were jumped and you were cheap-shotted from behind, Orman. But I want to ask you this. Are we going to see another rematch? Is it possible? Is it doable? Will we see you finish and take care of business with Anarchy?
All I'm going to say is this is far from over. And if any Unleashed step in my way again, they become a problem with me. And I will take care of that problem when that problem arises. So,
thank you very much.
Anarchy, Unleashed, you're on notice.
All right, there you heard it from the Orman. Thank you very much for your words there. Strong words from the Orman. Seems that this feud between the Orman and Anarchy is far from over. Back to ringside. Paul Slater, scumbag superstar.
Enough. I understand you got this thing with Paul, so do me a favor for a moment. Take Paul out of your mouth for a change. We got Retro Parker coming out here.
Hard to do, but here we go. You're right. You're absolutely
I don't
right.
want to hear how hard it is for you to get Paul out of your mouth. I really, really don't.
Yeah, it's really difficult, BK, as I'm sure you can appreciate. Here we go. Our next match is about to get underway on Ascension. And here he is at the commentary broadcaster booth. This next match is scheduled for one fall on Ascension.
Now, I'm sorry. I'm laughing at what Parker just said to you because now, you know, Parker does hold a victory over me, and it wasn't his fault. I completely get that. So unfortunately, he doesn't hold a wrestling victory, but he does hold a victory over me. But I'm sorry, when somebody comes out and tells you that, that's just funny as hell.
They go Spanish and you say,
I wondered how much he's paying you for that.
As I introduce here it is, Retro back in the one, and because BK has brutally interrupted and delayed me, we're gonna now announce his opponent coming down the aisle. You'll see quite a bit of gag you in a minute. At 273 pounds from Hollywood, Florida. Here is Dawn. There you go, go, Big K. You can talk now.
You are simply going to blame me the fact that you've had Paul in your mouth all night and you missed your cue, you missed your job. You're blaming me for that?
Yeah, it's all on you.
Okay. Well, all right.
It's all on you. Fix me just saying.
All right.
By the way, BK, why are you on commentary with us every week? Because you're a wild guy.
Why am I on commentary? Well, I'm on commentary, number one, because people were tired of hearing Paul talk, and number two, obviously you do need the help.
Well, listen up. If you accept the career-ending match of Paul Slater with Scum Batista, you may need a new job.
Wait a minute. Wait. Who said? Wait a minute. Where are you getting this information? Career ending for Paul. The only thing that's been said is Paul wants me to put my career on the line.
Yeah.
Are you trying to make stipulations? Or giving me ideas?
But you know, baby, I'm not a troublemaker. You know me. I'm always this kid. But you know what? If you want to do that, why don't you do it? Just saying.
I haven't made up my mind. I haven't made up my mind yet. Call the match, okay? Don't worry about me. Don't worry about what I'm thinking. Is he stoned? No, but I am. I had to be up here with Danza.
You BK, the ring is on the way. These two are locking up. This match is on the way. As you know, Stone was in a match with the Renegade last week. He lost. He was suffocated out of his hair. Banner Cog literally sucked all the air out of this guy. And of course, he was the Tank Abbott imitator at Hostile Takeover last month. What do you think of Stone, BK?
Okay, but you're sitting there talking about Stone, but look, let's not forget about Parker. You know, Parker has always shown himself he's just right there at the cusp of greatness. He actually is a former Diamond Sands champion and a former hardcore champion just last week. He's got speed, he's got agility, he takes the risk to earn victories, he does everything that he can, and then, oh, we got a pin.
We're going for a cover. We're going for a cover. Drop kick. 1, 2. Oh no, one. I wanted to kick out one.
One count. I don't blame Parker. I don't blame Parker for that one. I mean, Stone is a very big guy compared to Parker, and trying to get that match over with quickly and get that shock and all pin. I don't blame him.
Well, you're right what you said, BK. This is a match about speed versus power. Stone versus Parker. And I'm looking forward to seeing the contrast of two technical
powers. Nice scoop slam by Stone, showing off that strength.
That was beautiful, baby.
And yeah, you're absolutely Stone. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Oh, pin. Bill didn't even get a chance to get into it. Parker showing some of that resilience. Not even giving the ref. He didn't even get a 1 count. There was no count whatsoever.
I think so. You're right.
But you were absolutely right about the speed and the strength. Of course, just looking at Stone tips the scales when it comes to the strength, but he can't match the speed. And in all honesty, even if you're a smaller guy, if you hit somebody quick enough and hard enough, eventually they're going to think that you're hitting them with the same strength you are, because you are going to wear them down.
Absolutely, and I love that contrast in the match of two differential styles where you get this power. I mean,
Parker with a nice Irish whip into the corner of Stone.
Yeah. He needs to capitalize quickly there.
Absolutely.
While Stone is there gathering his breath. Parker needs to... And don't forget, Parker was a hardcore champion last week too, BK. He took out Volcano.
I just said that. I just said this last week.
Yeah. He took out Volcano. He took out Volcano in the crowd.
This is true.
Sorry, Volcano took out. You're confusing me. I'm used to Paul more.
That doesn't sound like that's too hard to do.
Well, listen up. Volcano jump attacked Alex Camino, who was enjoying Ascension. Then Volcano was celebrating in the ring, being the new hardcore champion. But Parker, the retro one, took her out and became hardcore champion. Well, of course, we know Alex Camino regained it. Look at that drop kick.
And this is something I'm going to say, and this is because I'm not a fashion guru whatsoever, but you have to admit, oh, wait, after the pin. 1, 2, and... Ooh.
Oh, was that 2.99 there?
That most certainly was. That most certainly was.
Yes, it was indeed. That
But
was
anyway-
very, very close.
But anyway, what I was going to say is, you have to admit, Parker has got the coolest ring attire in OEW.
I agree. Now,
that is cool.
BK, we may not agree on everything, but that I do entirely agree with. His 90s retro is the thing, yeah?
Homie, you're a little bit, you're a little bit too far there. That's an 80s retro. 90s was grunge.
Oh, we're going to 80s. I thought that was 90s. Are you sure? Are you
That's
sure
what you
it's
get
not
for
the
thinking
90s?
without permission, dude.
I thought it was the 90s, but hell.
No.
Hell, who am I to
Oh!
say? Oh!
Nice reverse Hurricanrana, puts Stone right on top of his head.
Beautiful, BK. Beautiful.
Sometimes I'm jealous that I'm not the right size to do
Yeah.
moves like that, but sometimes I'm glad
Oh,
I'm
and sometimes you're jealous you're not the lead play-by-play, huh?
Well, yeah, that too. That too. I'm very jealous of that.
Talks to you. But yeah, well, BK, it's really great to have you. Oh, look at that
Parker
pin.
goes in.
Going for the cover. He's going for the pin.
One, two,
One,
and
two.
oh!
Three.
We got a 3 count!
It's over.
Oh my
BK.
God!
It's
Talk
your
about...
winner.
Whoa!
Your
Talk
winner
about
by-
the underdog!
Your winner by pinfall. Retro Parker, the winner.
Wow, okay, I'm actually going to go off and be unprofessional. Holy shit!
That was awesome. Was it awesome, BK?
Wow!
That was
Kinda like-
beyond
kinda like-
believable.
Kind of like when Paul goes past 30 seconds, just something you wasn't expecting and a surprise when it happens.
Wow, don't forget, like you mentioned earlier, former OEW Heavyweight Champion, and former Hardcore Champion, Parker won. Parker, Retro Parker won.
Wow.
And I think it's 1990s, showing the heat, the fitness, and night on Ascension. And don't forget, guys, we are broadcasting on YouTube. Be sure to like us. We like you more than you like us. Just saying. Am I right, BK?
Nice. Yeah, I mean, this is a lot of fun. You know, when you don't do something for a while like this, you forget just how much fun it was. But I'm glad it was you out here and not Pauline. I really am.
You're making this way. But guess what? Listen to that music. Who do you hear, BK? Well, it can only be the one, the only, Luke Yeah, Black. He's making his way to the ring. Here we go. And you know, this guy has gone off the rails recently, BK. What do we expect from
You
the
know-
Friday tonight LBA?
You know, I'm not going to lie. I don't like LBA. He knows why we're not going to go into it. However, this is where I'm going to give the man some credit. This whole new attitude that he's come out with and this laying it on the line and pretty much saying, I don't care if you like it, I don't care if you don't like it, this is me. I actually respect the guy for coming out and doing this. So I'm actually very interested in hearing what he's got to say because for a long time when he would do a promo, I would tune it out. But after he cut that one a few weeks ago that got everybody talking, he has my attention and that's a lot for me to say about him. So I'm definitely interested in this.
All right, good.
Likewise, BK, and I'm going to be interviewing him at the end of the month on my radio show on this Saturday. Final Saturday of the month, all of age. I'm looking forward to hearing what Luke had to say
Ladies and
then.
gentlemen.
So right now.
You heard it first. Omen said he got everything taken care of at BCW. So let's backtrack a minute. Let's focus on something new. Let's focus on what I saw on Twitter this past week. So production, if you can run that video back, let's all see the viewing screen here and see what was said. And I'll talk about this after that happened.
Check out the
Ladies and
video,
gentlemen.
guys, right behind us.
Brawley Blackheart here, ladies and gentlemen. See what he has to say.
Here we go. Oh. Look at that
Ah,
message
very
from
interesting,
Broly
isn't it?
Blackheart.
Yes, it's interesting, yes. All right, you heard it here.
I know you didn't get a lot of time to see those messages, but I did check those messages out. Brawley Blackheart has decided to come out from underneath his rock after he destroyed APW. Now, it's no surprise. It's no, how should I put it correctly? Definitely no surprise. Let's just keep it like that. That I was a part of APW at one time. Hell, I was named the vice president of APW. I was also named the chief official officer of APW. And I put about anywhere between $85K and 3 to 4 months of my time into APW. $85K of my own personal money, thank you. So, with that being said, Brawley Blackheart wants to come here. Brawley Blackheart wants to make an appearance at OEW where he left. He left. Or got fired. Who cares about that? Let's go do this. Brawley Blackheart, why? Why do you want to be here? Why do you even want to choose to be here? Let me tell you something right now. If you come here, I'm going to beat your ass. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. I'm going to beat you down. I will make your life a living hell if you show up here. You might as well go to that indie mud show, BCW, and go beg Josh for a job. Yeah. Go beg Josh Poffo for a job. Go get jobbed out to, go get jobbed out to Charlie Duffield, one of the greatest wrestlers in the world, thank you. Go get jobbed out to my rival, SMF, because, that's all he wants. He just wants to win, and get it, and just, never take an L. So with that being said, listen, Brawley Blackheart, you can come get it. Anybody can come get it. Anybody. Hell, there's people in the crowd right now that can come get it. This shit again.
Well, there we have it, BK. Can you hear that, Ricardo Black?
Yep, and he is not at all happy, which I do not blame him one bit whatsoever.
Well, some people say he's a little bit unstable recently. What do you think?
Honestly, like I said earlier, I've got a whole new respect for the guy. I don't think there's anything unstable about him. I think over the years, the old LBA that I knew and a bunch of us knew finally had enough with people giving him crap and giving him shit over what he does and what he doesn't do and trying to do it. He's finally saying, this is me, take it or leave it. And actually, I'm like I said, I'm very respectful of that. And I don't think he's unhinged. I just think he's finally got his focus set and he finally knows what he wants and he's going after it and people don't like it. Well, boo fucking who? Let the man be himself.
Our next match is scheduled for 1 fall. About to make his way to the ring, standing at 6'4" at 231 beautiful pounds from San Antonio, Texas. Here is the Poacher Skillet. And of course, as you know, since the start of 2024 PK, the Culture Skillet has been targeting the World Heavyweight Champion, Tank Ventura. He wants him, but a superstar has been standing in their way. What do you think? Can you imagine a match between Skillet and Tank Ventura?
Well, I mean, it's one of those things that, Skillets has been around for a long time. He's beaten the best. So,
but let me ask you, let me ask you, is his time now?
Oh, come on. It's like the old saying goes, you know, any given Sunday. It doesn't matter what, it doesn't matter if he thinks his time's now. It doesn't matter if somebody else thinks that their time's now. Anything can happen at any time, and apparently Skillix is ready to, you know, like I was talking about earlier about, you know, climbing that mountain with Omen. Apparently Skillix is ready to go, and he thinks he can do it, so, you know, the only thing he's going to be able to, the only way you're going to be able to find out, they're going to have to climb in the ring and find out.
And the perfect place would be, of course, next week at Mind Games. We will find out if that's going to happen. But his opponent tonight is making his way to the ring. At 5'10" and a 208 pounds from Mobile, Alabama. Here is the Southern Sensation, KJ Ellis.
Yeah, I owe KJ a steak dinner because of what I did to him last week.
Yes, I was going to mention that, KJ. That's so
yeah, it was one, you know, it was one of those things that, you know, 2 weeks ago, Paul set my bike on fire, an anniversary gift from my partner Z.
And I did take issue with that.
Yeah, and you know, a bike can be, you know, a bike can be rebuilt. I get it. It upset me. So, but what was I going to do? I wasn't going to come out. I wasn't going to, you know, I wasn't going to beat up Chase. Chase didn't do it. I knew I wasn't going to get a hold of Paul because Paul would run like a little bitch. So what was the next best thing? Calls his boy Chase a match. How do I do that? I come out, I kick KJ in the face, and he won by disqualification.
Well, let me ask you, Vicky. Let me ask you. He went very personal about your over half on the bike and the imagery. How do you feel about that?
Well, like I said, luckily it's something mechanic. You know, it's a machine, so it can be rebuilt, and actually can be rebuilt and upgraded.
No.
So kind of in a way. So
I'm speaking more about Miss Tigerfist. You know.
What, do you want to know if my wife's boobs are real? Ask her yourself if you got the balls.
Well, I wasn't going to go there, but you.
I'm just saying, because that was one of the things that Paul mentioned, and, you know, you're talking about, well, you know, the picture of Miss Tigerfish.
I mean, if you ask me, I think you went across the red line, you know. But you and Paul keep crossing red lines in your feud, in your vendetta, and we're standing side headlock here, by the way, by Skillix against KJ Dallas, but you guys are really crossing red lines.
Okay, who said? Okay, who says?
Let me ask. Well, I think some fans are. You know, I get fans asking me. I mean, these two, BK and Paul, you guys are really taking it to the momentum. And
oh, nice spinning corkscrew from KJ catches Skillix off balance.
Yes, he was off authority, BK.
Okay, and they're saying that. Okay, they're asking you what now?
Well, I was just saying to you momentarily ago. Apologies for the. Oh, look at KJ going to the top.
Whoa, yeah, KJ perched up there waiting. Skillix turns around, not knowing what's going on. KJ comes off. Oh, comes off with a nice flying lariat.
Did you see that? BK?
No.
Oh, again. Over the one. Giving the kicker. Listen,
I completely missed it because I'm watching this match with my eyes closed.
Okay, let me get my composure again here. Okay. You really throwing me off kilter tonight, as nobody
KJ
else
coming with the nip up.
usually does. Okay, here we go.
Go ahead, have some more tea and biscuits.
Okay, let me.
KJ coming with the rope shoot. Skillix holding the back of his head. Oh, Skillix with the counter. Oh, got him into going for the armbar.
Yes, he is.
Wrenching down on it.
Oh, look at that. He's locking him in there, BK.
What?
You're gonna throw me off kilter tonight, BK.
I don't want to know anything about throwing you off your kilt. I thought that was another nation. I thought that was another country. I didn't know. Wow.
It could be a Scottish thing, because I did used to live there, but never.
Bill asking if KJ gives, and KJ and Skillix is basically telling KJ tap. If he doesn't,
KJ is in the center of the ring, but
I think KJ just kind of told, I think he just kind of told,
he looks like one of the pain. Well, let me ask you, Big K, does Skillix look like a #1 contender for world title? I think so.
Skillix, Skillix is a former champion in several feds, so in my opinion, if Skillix has a title he wants to go after, he is more than worthy. It has nothing to do about looks, it's about desire, and he's definitely got it.
Let me ask you, what will a Tank Ventura and Skillix match potentially look like? What are we looking at, BK?
Basically going to look at Skillix chopping down a great big redwood and taking the title, because I don't think Tank can do it. I don't think Tank can keep up with Skillix.
Wow.
KJ coming off with...
Oh, that was a Hurricane Rana, if ever you saw one there, BK. On Ascension.
KJ's definitely... KJ knows who is he... damn it! Now you got me all screwed up, Danza. KJ knows who he's in the ring with right now, and he is very aware of Skillix's past, so you notice he is going in there, and he is and he is pulling out all the stops, and he's doing everything that he possibly can to keep Skillix off kilter. Shut up! And KJ goes in for a pin. 1, 2, and... Nope.
Almost seen that again. Sorry, you were sending me to... You were sending me to... Here we go! And the action continues.
No, I don't need anything for his big mouth, because apparently Paul has it.
Okay, here we go. Will you allow me to regain my composure? Will you
Go
stop?
ahead. I'm not doing anything.
Okay, here we go.
KJ Irish whip Skillix into the ring. Go! Skillix counters with the sling blade.
Yes, with devastating penalty there.
Picks him up straight into a scoop slam.
Yes, he did, and he's stomping on him right now, BK. I'm trying to regain my composure because you're a one in the normal, but you know what? I really do want to hear if you're gonna take that challenge from Paul Slater. Scumbag Superstar.
You'll hear it.
He electrified your motorcycle, and he's
electrified it.
Challenge.
I
You're
know.
gonna have to say it one way or another tonight. Are you gonna wiggle out of it, or are you gonna be a man? Excellent challenge. Look at that back suplex.
And here is Skillix taunting KJ to get up. KJ very slow. Oh, and Skillix rushes in. Oh!
Division, guys, and a culture shock.
Catches him flush.
This could be over. This could be over right here, right now. This man wants the OEW World Title. He's been tithing. He's been tithing.
Oh, whoa.
Skillix, come out and play.
Oh, no.
Sorry, I thought this match was over. Was I not hearing his music? I heard everybody cheering. I thought it was over. Am I interrupting? Am I the asshole? Well, I mean, I'm already out here. I might as well finish this. Skillix, last week, you said some things that, besides being completely false, are downright slanderous. I am the power behind the throne. I'm the guy who got Tank, pushed him to his best potential, and now he is the world heavyweight champion. How dare you say I'm his weakness? Skillix, I'm not his weakness. I'm where he draws his strength from. Without me, there is no way he'd be the world champion right now, baby. Now these people are damn lucky to have a specimen like Tank as the world heavyweight champion and have the superstar guiding him.
Wow, Superstar interrupting the match here.
Oh, and KJ
BK.
takes advantage. Skillis got distracted,
Wait,
and he ends up knocking it.
What the hell? I just came out here to have a civilized conversation. I mean, I wasn't gonna touch Skillets. I wasn't gonna do nothing. I just wanted to tell him that he's barking up
It's
the
a
wrong
free
tree.
count.
And ladies and gentlemen, in the midst of all this, there's a 3 count. Skillix just lost to KJ Dallas, thanks to, well, in all honesty, thanks to distraction from the Superstar.
This
Well,
was
I
not a
think
distraction. That's what I'm saying. This was an accident. I wasn't trying to do that. Skillet, you gotta know, forget it. I don't care, really.
But you know what? Superstar.
Hold on.
Superstar is rebelling it all because KJ Dallas just defeated Skillet, who's some consider the #1 contender to the World Championship. But he's not gonna like that right now. What do you think?
And somebody in OEW needs to stand up and take note of this, because that is now 2 wins in a row in 2 straight weeks for KJ Dallas.
Yes, that's very impressive from KJ Dallas, but let me just break in here and let these people be reminded that Tank Ventura, the World Heavyweight Champion, is the present and the future of OEW. He is the man that's going to take this company to the next level, and Skillix, it ain't you.
Well, you know what, BK? Every time Superstar opens his mouth, he reminds us that the American dream, baby, is one truly alive.
Well, I can tell you right now, Skillix is not taking this line down, because he is sitting there screaming, and he says, "I'm coming for you and Tank." I'm sorry.
He's not happy.
I'm sorry. I think, you know, the old saying goes, I think they just poked the bear. I think BJ needs to go and warn his guy that they may have just taken things a little bit too far.
Although I agree with you, BK, he's not happy, to say the very least. Understandably so.
Wow.
Wow, you know, 1 week away from OEW Mind Games, our first Super Show of 2024, and things are descending from hell here, BK.
Oh.
What we got going on here? What
Oh, wait a minute. Here comes Leah.
Yeah, the liaison to El Jefe. What's going on right now,
hold on.
BK?
Okay, well, we're about to find out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Leah's, I'm actually going to read for her because her voice is kind of messed up, so please bear with me. Leah comes out and says, all right, enough.
Tell us, BK.
She says, it seems that you two are insistent on blathering on about this. Well, I'm here to deliver a message from the boss man himself.
Uh-oh.
Since your client is not here, and he has not defended his belt, he is going to be defending it at Mind Games.
Wow.
Against Skillix.
Oh.
But that's not fair. I mean, you
Is
look
that
at
right?
him, he just lost. He just lost to KJ Dallas. If anybody should get the shot, it's KJ Dallas.
Superstar is happening. You've got to accept it. Well, it's more, BK.
And Leah says, now, with all due respect, turn to the back. I got something else to deal with.
Wow.
And Skillix replies, perfect. Skillix is up there clapping. He is happy right now.
Hank
Wow.
is not gonna like this.
Wow. I have no words, BK.
The only thing Tank likes is root beer floats and steroids. I mean, come on.
Well, that's a surprise.
That's not a surprise, I'm just saying.
Wow. You know what? Let me tell you guys, we're about 7 weeks away from the granddaddy from all our WrestleMania is Immortality. Immortality is the biggest show, and it'll be 1 week before Easter.
She says, after the events of last week, when I tried to present one of our employees with a much-deserved reward and was rudely interrupted by that I'm okay. She may have cut herself off because she may be trying to be professional here.
It happens.
Yep, there she goes. She thought about it for a minute. She's telling herself to be nice. She's saying, be nice, Leah.
Yeah.
But
It happens.
oh,
BK.
she's saying it was by Jenny.
Really? Wow.
Wow, okay.
What's going on here, BK?
We're about to find out. This petty, childish, kindergarten-type behavior has gone on long enough.
Mm-hmm.
And it's time that it was dealt with.
I agree, BK.
Well, I mean,
Thank
that's
God
one-
we've got a leader like Leah taking charge. Come on. Tell
However-
us, BK.
However, as Britt is not a trained wrestler, she has something. Leah has something else in mind. Jenny, Britt will get the opportunity to choose someone to fight on her behalf.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean that.
It
I mean,
happens.
it's not. I mean, I have to kind of agree with that because Brittany is not a trained wrestler, and the match is going to
Exactly.
happen next week at Mind Games.
Wow, my games is certainly shaping up to be an awesome event. 1 week today, BK.
And she
And
said,
you know what?
And she finishes off by saying, and with that being said, the matter is closed for discussion. Well, Leah has spoken.
We are gonna run down the entire card for my games at the end of the event, I assure you. But until then, we got another match. Before that, BK, are you ready for this next one?
I am. I think I am.
Here we go. Elton John, he's storming. He's storming the characteristics of the OEW Arena for one fall. About to make her way down the aisle. And you hear Lady Gaga, don't you, BK? 5'11" and 200 beautiful pounds from the other side of darkness. Here is the Comic Queen, Lilith Thomas.
You know, I remember when Lilith kind of first broke into the business. She wasn't even a wrestler at the time. She was actually a manager. Yeah, she was actually a manager at the time. She had not actually got into the ring just yet. And, you know, here we are years later. Of course, everybody knows I haven't been back for just a couple of months. But just seeing what she has done and seeing what she brings each and every week to every one of her matches, I can tell you she has come a very long way in a very, very short time. Even though, yes, I understand with SL, I understand 1 week in SL is basically 6 months in real life. I get that. But, you know, she has come a long way, and it's really, and, you know, whether you like her attitude or not, you can't deny what she does in the ring, and she's very impressive.
I entirely agree with you, BK. And I've had her commentate alongside me, and I hear her passion. I felt her passion, and you know what? A hostile takeover. She was close, and I mean very close, to also becoming the women's world champion. The Havoc Queen is a force to be reckoned with, no doubt about that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, all of us, anybody who's ever been in the ring, all of us have experienced that where, you know, we almost got that brass ring. We almost reached it. We almost tasted that. We were almost at the top of the hill. You know, we were almost the king or the queen of the roster. We all get that. But one thing I've noticed, a lot of times people get discouraged when they don't win and they start questioning themselves. And Lilith just basically says, fuck all that, and says, okay, I didn't win it this time, but I'm not going to make the same mistakes next time. She actually learns from her mistakes.
Indeed, BK, and her opponent about to make her way down the aisle at 5'8" at 138 beautiful pounds from Kyoto, Japan. Here is the Shinobi Mitsu Sayori. Here we go. We got America versus Japan in this match, BK. And you know what? Mizu picked up a victory last week. And tonight, I think she's going to be seeking the same also here on Ascension.
Well, thank you for that statement there, Captain Obvious, because every time you go in the ring, you seek a victory. C:\\/ You always seek a victory when you get in the ring. You don't go in there every once and say, oh, I won last week, but this week I'm only going to half-ass it, so
Well,
maybe I'll win, maybe I won't.
Let me ask you, would you say the same to Vinny Boombats?
I'd just tell that guy. I'm sorry. That guy. The advice for that guy would just be give it up now and go sell used cars.
Okay, then we got. Hey, did you see that Hammerlock DDT by Lilith for Thomas, the Havoc Queen?
Absolutely, and you know, Lilith being the larger woman, she does have the size, she does have the strength. And Mizu, like in several matches we've seen here today, it's been a very balance where you got the strength and the size, and then you have the speed. And Mizu is very fast. She is very quick. She hits with lightning strikes. But Lilith being around, oh, nice backbreaker.
Oh yes, that was delivered with supremacy there.
Absolutely, and with Lilith, like I said before, learning from each and every mistake that she has made, and I know that when she knows that she's being booked against another opponent, I know she actually goes back. And KC up there, our great cameraman, posts all of his stuff on Facebook, or excuse me, on YouTube. She goes and watches matches. Once she learns who she's booked with, she goes and watches what they do. She is a student of the game, and you hear that a lot, but she really is.
Are you trying to make him the next employee of the month there, BK?
No, I'm just telling the truth. Just telling the truth. Mizu coming back from that Irish whip.
Yes, indeed. You know what? I really.
Oh, she goes in for a last roll-up bridge.
Yes, she took her out there. You know what? Mizu has been really.
And for some odd reason, Bill's not counting. 1, 2.
He must be taking the liquor. 1, 2. Only 2 count.
Bill's got to quit double fisting it. He really does.
Yeah. It could be the 3 there, Bill.
Let everybody know that bulge in his pants is not what you think it is. It's another can.
Sorry. You're a bad boy, BK. Let me just say to you.
Hey, bad, good is boring and bad is behavior. So I am behaving properly for my definitions.
I'm just glad. I'm just glad you're not cold commentary with me next week in my games. Not MSOT.
I know, I might be. Oh, and Mizu coming in with the flurry of backhanded punches and lands it with a roundhouse and puts Lilith on her back.
Let me tell you, BK, I'm gonna go to management and tell them not to make it happen.
Lilith on her back gets 1, 2, and nearly.
Count.
We almost saw our second upset of the evening because Mizu is just hitting her with flurries, and I don't think Lilith, people used to say Muhammad Ali didn't realize how fast he was until you actually got in the ring with him. And I think right now Lilith is kind of feeling like that. Oh, counter with a jawbreaker.
Oh, wow. See, the Havoc Queen showing immense domination in this match, BK.
Well, I mean, they don't call her the Queen of Darkness for nothing.
Well, I had the pleasure of being alongside her here on commentary last week, but I could feel her impulse. I could feel her determination. He wants to be the OEW Women's Champion. Can you feel it too, BK?
Well, not being the women's champion, no, but I can understand that because you don't get into this thinking, oh, I'm just going to be, the opening match. I'm going to be the person that, people don't remember. No, you want to be the main event. You want to be the attraction. Oh!
What a DDT.
That was a very modified DDT.
It really was, and she took it. Havoc Queen showing who's the boss in this ring right now, BK.
Absolutely.
And you know what? Yeah. Bill has been on his best behavior tonight.
Are you watching the same matches I've been watching? He's moving slower than molasses in January.
I'm trying to cut him a break, you know? He needs it every once in a while.
I try to. I try to give Bill a fair hand, you know, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's really difficult when he, you know, yeah.
Indeed.
And
Oh,
Lilith
you
is just
feel
being,
that
she is being very systematic right now, and she's doing the right thing. Even though Mizu is a smaller opponent, Mizu and her high flying and her speed take the legs from her. She can't walk, she can't run, she can't move. Lilith right now she is wrestling the perfect match. She is taking away all the weapons that Mizu has.
Totally agree with you, big kid.
Oh!
That was brutal. And what a backstabber. Did you see that? A backstabber
Absolutely.
from the Havoc Queen.
I think
Taking
Mizu is
the momentum.
I think Mizu is gonna put her chiropractor into a new tax bracket after this.
But you know what? Mizu has here we go.
Bridge over suplex.
Dragon
1,
suplex.
2.
There's a pin. Oh, the kick out. That was close, BK.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I have no idea how Mizu kicked out of that.
I thought it was over also too, but you know what? These two, Mizu and also the Havoc Queen, are both still aspirational. Are both wanting to reach the top. This one, I wanted to put my mortgage on the line on this match because it can really truly go either way. You know?
Oh, and there's Mizu with a nice jawbreaker of her own, countering.
Yeah, exactly. She's making a comeback, BK.
Absolutely, and she's doing what we were talking about earlier, you know, with the larger opponents against the smaller opponents. Doesn't matter how tall you are and big you are, once you're on that mat, you're all the same size. And I think Mizu must have been paying attention earlier.
Exactly. And she needs to really apprehend her opponent tremendously here, because if you don't, the Havoc Queen will come right back at you.
And there's Mizu going after her with those kicks, which I'm surprised because she was favoring her left leg a little bit after the elbow drops that Lilith was giving her earlier, but apparently she shook it out, and they seem to be working fine, but I don't know if she got all of it.
I'm gonna tell you, I've been so impressed by Mizu since the first show of 2021 Ascension. She has really been on fire, but also so has the Havoc Queen. Oh, did you see that?
No, once again, I watched the match with my eyes closed.
I don't think Bill Lawrence is happy with that hair pull there.
Yeah, but it wasn't just the hair pull, it's the fact that she took her to the mat by her hair.
Yeah. That was really imperious. But you know what? These two are hungry. These two are hungry for success. And you can feel it on Ascension tonight.
Oh, and Lilith tried to get away, and Mizu followed her and hit her with a drop kick in the back of the head, and now Lilith is tied up in the rope, and there we go with the 619.
Have a Queen in trouble here, BK.
Mizu
Where is this gonna go?
Mizu did not come to play tonight. She's here to make a statement.
She wants to win. And you know what? I've sensed an immense hostility from her to her opponents in recent weeks, you know, BK.
Well, I mean, you know, like I said before, you got, you know, both of them been around for quite a while. You know, Lilith, you know, not as long as Mizu, but it seems like Lilith is kind of surpassing Mizu a little bit with what she's learning, and Mizu is trying to show her, look, you may have studied what I did last week, but look, you didn't see this. So Mizu is stepping up her game as well.
And here's the thing, you don't do that to the Havoc Queen easily. She will rough you up. She will teach you a lesson when she's but right now she's on the mat, and she's in trouble, BK.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely finding herself in a place she does not want to be.
No. And I'm waiting for the Havoc Queen. Here we go, pin! 1, 2, and a kick out. Force, but no cigar between these two. Oh my God.
That one, I think Mizu could have had it if she'd gone for it just a little bit sooner, but I believe she actually shocked herself, and it caused her to freeze and gave Lilith just that amount of time to realize what was going on to kick out, but that was way too close for comfort.
I think you're right, BK. I think that was truly a 2.99, if ever there was one.
Absolutely. And Mizu doing the right things. Staying on opponent, Irish whip. Oh! Lilith coming back and counters with a mortar.
Yes, she did, BK, you know it. That was beautifully delivered by the Havoc Queen.
well-placed.
Awesome comeback. She's now firmly in control, but can she capitalize, BK?
Oh, another backstabber. Maybe I need to learn how to do chiropractic work.
Can you do a backstabber too, BK?
I've had them given to me, and yeah, sometimes I'd rather have my nuts run through a rusty meat grinder than take one of those.
I can only imagine. Here we go. Now, Mizu in a world of pain. Havoc Queen back in control, BK. Oh,
brings
drop. Did she deliver that with authority or what?
Absolutely. She took everything she had. You even heard her grunt. She was putting everything in behind it. I think she's kind of tired of Mizu and wants to get this over with.
She may need to take that cover and finish this right now.
Like I said earlier, Lilith is being very methodical right now, so no wasted moves. Oh!
Absolutely agree with you, BK. Very methodical. She's taking firm control of this match, and you can see she is seizing.
And she is sitting there, and she is trying to break Mizu in half. That is 4 high-impact moves to the spine, two code breakers, one tilt-a-whirl inverted backbreaker, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't even know what that last one was because it just made me hurt looking at it.
I don't think she'll be able to kick out of that, BK.
I don't think Mizu's going to be walking right after this.
But you know what? This has been a solid match here on Ascension. These two have been two of the best female wrestlers. Oh, whoa, look at that takedown by that sick kick.
Wow, Lilith is, like I said, I think Lilith just, yeah, she's gonna help her.
Have you noticed?
Curb stomp!
Let me, oh wow. Have you noticed a viciousness to the Havoc Queen?
Absolutely, and I'm not gonna lie, I like it. She is just being relentless.
He's hungry, and don't forget. Oh, here we go.
Oh!
Oh my God! Blue Thunder Bomb. Did you see that? BK.
2 and 3.
It's over, and here is your winner by pinfall, the Havoc Queen, Lilith Thomas. She's got it. She's got the victory. BK, your thoughts?
Well, it's like we said throughout the match. Lilith came to make a statement. She obviously wants people to pay attention, and every single week she's getting more and more brutal. She's getting more and more aggressive, and people, you know, Volcano, Emma, Jenny, all of them, they had better sit up and pay attention to this woman because she is not going to be, you know, quote unquote below them much longer. She's going to be up in their faces, and they're going to have to recognize her.
Totally agree with you, BK. That was an epic match. What an awesome match. On our opening Ascension of February, the month of Ramadan. But more work for what's there between these two, that's for sure.
All right. You've been waiting. You've been bugging me. So I'm going to go to the ring, and I am going to...
Really?
I'm going to go up there, and I am going to answer Paul's challenge.
1 week away from my games. You just heard it. Look at this. BK in the ring. He had the challenge set several weeks ago by Paul, the scumbag superstar Slayer. He issued a challenge to a career-ending match. And you know BK is entering the ring. Is he gonna accept? Let's find out here on Ascension. All right. Here we go. Casey, I know that normally you have your camera to where we got to stand to the side, but I actually need to turn my back to you, so please forgive me. I'll turn back around in just a minute. All right, Danza. All show long, you've been asking,
Yes, I have been getting IMs. Yes, I have been getting Discord messages. Yes, I have been getting a little bit of everything from a lot of people wanting to know why I haven't answered Paul yet. So before I give my answer, let's back up a couple of weeks, okay? And everybody knows about Paul doing what he did to my anniversary gift from my partner Z. And like I said earlier, yes, I was upset. I was completely pissed off. Don't get me wrong. But just to come back and do some kind of knee-jerk reaction and just go after Paul last week, and that's what you expect. That's what people wanted me to do, because I keep hearing you need to kick his ass. You need to do this. Yes, I completely understand. But we have mind games coming up. I knew that the name of the FPV next week was Mind Games. I knew that a few weeks ago. So why not start before the announcement was made of what it was called? So why not come out last week and cause his boy Chase a match? Didn't have to say a word to him. I turned around and walked away. Yes, I watched the video. I heard Paul yelling at me. I heard, "What's your answer? What's your answer?" I got it all. Why did I need to answer him right away? Because he has no idea what I'm going to say. He has no idea what I'm going to do. And I'm not going to lie to you. Up until about 3 days ago, I didn't even know what I was going to do. But let me show you all something. Everybody talks about how we cross lines. Everybody talks about how Paul and I seem to be, going way over into RL. And in all honesty, I don't believe either one of us think that, because of the relationship that we had in the past. But it's one thing to make fun of my motorcycle. It's an SL thing. It's, it's Prim's. It's a bike, but yes, it's a piece of property. Yes, it's mine. It's one thing just to talk shit here and there and whatnot. But I want to show you all something that happened 3 days ago. And I want you all to see just how obsessed Paul is with this. So if somebody in the back, because I know Brittany's not here, if somebody in the back would you plug in that USB and put up that video so I can show all these people what Paul sent me in the mail that I got at my house in real life, because I didn't realize he still had my address. Everybody knows that Paul is a Philadelphia Phillies fan. I ordered something from Fanatics. I thought what I ordered come in, but this ends up at my house.
Here we go.
A Philadelphia Phillies jersey. There's no way in hell. Then I look in and look, there's a handwritten note from Paul. And I will read it for those of you who have blurry, whatever, can't see. "Hey, Brian, I know I really feel bad about blowing up your bike, and I figured I'd buy you something to replace it with. I know you're a Cardinals fan, and I know how pathetic they are to root for such, to root for. So enclosed is a real jersey." And then he wanted my answer. Well, at the time, this was my answer. When I did this was actually my answer. And I know he's not here to see this, so I know that he's actually going to read this later and hear this later. But yes, that was originally my answer. But then I started thinking about it. Paul comes out and he wants me to not be able to wrestle in SL anymore. He wants me, after all this time and coming back to put him in his place, he wants me to put everything that I come back for, not just him, but the things that I missed. He wants me to say that if I lose to him, I'm going to just walk away and leave it all behind. So here's how this is going to happen. I know he's not here. I know we're actually not going to get an answer from him until next week, because he's going to take to social media and he's going to try to say this whole thing about how I tried to punk him and I tried to bring him out and I tried to make him look bad because he wasn't there and how big of a man I am. And he's going to do everything he can to deflect the fact that he's never actually going to answer the question. So here it is, plain and simple. KC, I want you to do me a favor. I'm going to give you just a minute. I want you to focus in. I want you to bring that camera right into my eyes. I want you to look directly into my eyes on this, because I want there to be no mistake about this. Paul, I completely 100% accept your challenge. However, you're not walking out of this a free man. You want me to put everything up? You're going to do the very same thing. You lose. You will not be allowed to manage nor ever comms again NSL. And let's see how bad you really want this. Let's see how bad your quote that you like to say, the BK problem, let me see exactly how far you're willing to fucking go. Next week, Mind Games, you and me, no countouts, no disqualifications, no rules. Let's go unsanctioned. Let's see if you show up next week and you accept.
Oh, there you have it. You just heard it from the horse's mouth. From BK, we have next Sunday at our first Super Show of 2024, Mind Games. Oh my God, a career-ending match. It will be BK against Paul, the scumbag superstar Slater. It's gonna be a slobber knocker. One of them is leaving the business next week. You don't want to miss it. There'll be no Ascension. We'll be back in 2 weeks in Ascension. But next week, at the early time of 9 a.m. SLT, you've got this. A world title on the line. The heavyweight champion of the world, Tank Ventura, will go one-on-one with the Culture Skillix. You're talking about Mind Games. We're gonna find out if those Mind Games are gonna come to fruition. Will it pay off for Skillix? Then, of course, we've got a triple threat women's title match. The champion of OEW, women's champion, Corrine Winters, will go against Volcano and the former BCW women's champion, Emma Gray. Will the Mind Games pay off in that match too? Of course, the Diamond Sands Championship match. Gideon Ozil going one-on-one against the Renegade. Bannockog. Can Gideon purify the Renegade? We will also see Jenny Mulkey. She will face an opponent of Brit's choice. Who will it be? And as you just heard, the career-ending match. BK or the scumbag superstar Paul Slater, whose career is over. We'll find out next week, 9 a.m. SLT at Over the Edge, OEW Mind Games. Good night and God bless. See you next week, guys.
We rise up when the night grows colder, then we rise up. When you think it's over, then we rise like a phoenix from the ash and dust. Rise like a demon, we will not give up. We rise up, rise up.
Countdown initiated. Launch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.